Good evening, at least on the East Coast. Well, not quite evening. It's early evening, but I had something to say again. Surprise. I wanted to talk about purpose. So this has been on my mind a lot recently because I finished a book. Yesterday I talked about a book that I'm reading now, but I just finished a book that was pretty powerful. And the name of the book is called Living an Inspired Life by Dr. Wayne Dyer. And it really resonated with me because it talked, and one of the primary, focuses of the book is that we need to find our purpose. And when you find your purpose, that you're inspired. You just feel this inspiration once you found your purpose. And the reason why it resonates with me is because, and the reason why I want to talk to you about it is because, I didn't find my purpose until I was in my mid-50s. And some people never do. And I feel like it's my responsibility to help people find that purpose. Because honestly, you were created to do something. You were created and put here on earth to live this life. I truly believe this. Some people might think this is woo-woo, but I believe that everybody has a purpose. And what Dr. Wayne Dyer says is that you made a deal with God when you were created. And you chose your parents and you came on earth. And now I want to tell you, I am not religious. So if you think I'm some kind of a, religious freak, I'm not religious at all. I would call myself spiritual. So I don't really go to church. But I have beliefs, and I do believe that we have a spirit, and I do believe what he said, and it just really, really resonated with me. And I think when you find something that resonates with you, it's your duty to share it. So I believe that, if you found your purpose, you're so lucky. And if you found your purpose, you're truly happy and you're inspired. So, and that is great. That is what it's all about. If you haven't found your purpose and you're still searching, then you owe it to yourself to find out what that is. And I can recommend a couple of books, but there are books that that have workbooks, that have worksheets, and you can do the work to figure out what it is that is your purpose, what it is that will truly make you happy inside and inspired. And, I'll tell you that I believe that, I think back when I was a kid and things, when you're a kid, things just make you happy. But you do things you love as a kid. So there's nobody telling you, don't have to do something to make money. So you just do things because you love to do them. Yeah, granted, your parents might make you clean your room. But I remember I loved dogs, and I loved, so maybe sometime in the future, I'll open up some sort of a, I think that would be really great to have a big farm that has kids and dogs like therapy dogs, because I think there's something about animals, in particular dogs, that I just love, and you probably know that because I have a lot of dogs on my page. But ultimately, what I think everybody's purpose is to serve others. So you just have to figure out what service it is that really inspires you to do. Because when you're not focused on yourself and you're focused on other people, then that brings you a lot of joy. And so if you're not happy doing what you're doing, so some people have, they're doing a job and maybe that's not what they'd love to do because they've got to pay the bills, but you can find what your purpose is in a hobby. You can find what your purpose is in something extracurricular. For example, for me, so I have a 9-to-5 job, but my purpose, what I truly believe is my purpose, is being a coach. And being a coach, which I knew nothing about before I was 55, And even when I started to coach, I really didn't know what I was doing, but just like any other job, you learn, you absorb, you do whatever you can to learn. And so then I was fulfilled. My cup was full. And so for me, that's what worked. I've always been kind of somebody who wanted to help people. I just didn't ever figure out the right opportunity. I mean, I feel like in my regular day job, I help people, but it's not the way in which my passion, like I've always enjoyed working out. I've always enjoyed trying to be healthy, in being, I really enjoy being young for my age. And I won't accept like aging. So, I mean, I'll age regardless, but I don't want to be that granny, right? So, so I think that, you need to find what makes your heart swell. And with me, when I began coaching, it's what I wanted to get, like when I get up in the morning, that's all I want to do is get up and get out of bed and get on my computer and see what I can do to help people, to see what I can do to change a life, even if it's just one life, but to have an impact. And so that is what you should feel like. You should it should make you not want to go to bed at night. And that's the other thing. I stay up way too late, and I would rather do that. I mean, maybe it's a little obsessive, but some people say, oh, it might be an addiction, a work addiction. But if you really love what you're doing, unless it's harmful to people around you or harmful to your family, I give my husband time. I make sure that I don't neglect him. So, we do things together. I make a point of that. But 9 times out of 10, I would rather be on my computer helping people than, like I posted yesterday about somebody asking me to play golf. I would rather not play golf. I would rather help somebody, change a life. And so, and you feel like you really make a difference. And that's the other thing, is that you really need to have a purpose where you are making a difference, where you feel like, okay, if I wasn't, there's a reason I'm here and it's making an impact. I think everybody deep down wants that and needs that. And if you're unhappy, then I have to tell it to you straight. You are unhappy only because of you. Only because of you and the choices that you've made. So, you just need to change your attitude. And I think there's things that can make somebody unhappy, but if you take one person who's had the same situation as another person, and one person is unhappy and one person is happy, even if it's a tragedy, it's because the happy person has made the choice to be happy and is doing things to change that. Their perspective is different. Their outlook is different. And you'll probably find that this person focuses on other people, whereas this person focuses only on themselves and their feelings and how bad they feel, which makes them feel worse. So, my point is I just want you, if you're searching, if you're in your, midlife and you don't feel like you're in the grind and you go to work every day and you go to bed and your life is passing you by and you're unhealthy and you're just mentally exhausted and you're just not happy in life, then change it. Figure it out and make it better. And if you think coaching saved my life. Coaching, I was a pretty happy person, but I was just floundering in terms of feeling like I made a difference and feeling like I really, like if I died, would anybody care? And when I leave, is anybody going to remember me? And so when I became a coach, I felt like, my gosh, this is just the most amazing opportunity that I could get a job that I didn't have to leave my house, and I could work from my sofa, and I could just help people and get in shape and get in the best shape of my life and just help people. Wow. I mean, it's like a win-win. It's a win-win-win because I'm fulfilling my purpose. You know, I'm healthy, I'm happy, I'm like content, I'm free, I'm like, I can, you know, this is just amazing. And it's something I'd want to do, you know, and that's the other thing. If you have found your purpose, it's something that it doesn't feel like work, and it's something you never want to retire from. Because I don't ever see myself stopping coaching. So, and it's something I can do. It's not something that I would ever have to do like all day and all night. It's something that I can do when I want to do it. And so it's just amazing. But anyway, so if you need help, I can recommend books. So if you are looking to find your purpose, then message me, and I would be happy to help direct you in the right place. And if you think that you might want to try coaching, or you'd like to learn more about coaching, if you're somebody who likes to help people, and if you're somebody who needs to get in shape, start with you and learn what it is, and then get started helping other people. The coaching thing is like a pay it forward business. You know, you work on yourself and then you help other people. And that is as simple as it is. And so if that's something, we're actually doing my team, there's a bunch of other coaches, and we are doing a sneak peek into coaching. And it starts tomorrow, and it's my purpose, and it's the people who are on the sneak peek's purpose. And it's, we'll just share about, each one of us has a different story about how we came into coaching and how it's made a difference in our lives. And you'll see how we're all different and how we're all different ages. So coaching isn't just like one cookie cutter type of person. It's all different shapes. I say all different shapes, personalities, professions have become coaches. And it's a very rewarding, job. It's a very, it like fills my cup, and it really resonates with a lot of people once they experience it. I mean, it's just like, we connect, we're all like-minded because we all have this shared purpose together, and we help each other, and we all have gotten healthier from it. And it's just really an amazing thing. But anyways, find your purpose. My point of this video is, you are here for a reason. You are here on earth to do something. It's somewhere in your subconscious. Consciously, things get all like fogged up because of our day-to-day and because of our ego. You know, our ego is like, oh, I have to make a certain amount of money, or, oh, this label, you know, it's like, you know, what do you do? Oh, I'm a lawyer, or I am a corporate executive. I mean, you know, we get caught up in that. And like, I know a lot of lawyers who aren't happy. There's one on our team who's a coach now. But like, you know, and then it's like our ego, because we want to tell somebody like we're this big title because that makes us look good in their eyes. So, and maybe they'll, you know, like, what if we say, you know, I mean, like, people label people and they have judged people for what they do, base it. But if you really dig down into your like subconscious, that's why meditation is good, because, and that is what Wayne Dyer talks about in his book, is what happens is you get down into your subconscious when you meditate. And that's being in spirit. He calls it in spirit. And when you meditate, you connect with your true self, And so if you are struggling finding your purpose, you should probably look into some form of meditation. There's a lot of apps for that. Again, if you message me, I can recommend some for you, but you can meditate. And when you meditate, things start coming to you. You start really realizing stuff. But you got to quiet your mind. You got to be in that space, and you got to listen, and you got to shut that ego down, because that ego will make you do things that are in conflict often with what your true inner self is, with your in spirit mode. So so hopefully this has helped. I've learned so much, and I just like sharing it, and I really want people to figure out why they're here, because you know, you don't even, you know, you not only owe it to yourself to figure out why you're here, but you owe it to everyone, because you have a gift. You have a gift. You might not know what it is, but you have a gift, and you need to figure out your past is your gift to the world. So you got to figure out what it is in your past that has created something that is your purpose. So your purpose, your past becomes your purpose. And that is what is so interesting too. So all the struggles that I've had in my past, I share a lot as a coach. And that resonates with people who have, they can like relate that they had a similar experience. So sometimes I think, oh my gosh, I didn't find my purpose until I was 55, and how frustrating. And I wished I had found my purpose when I was in my 20s or in my 30s. Well, number one, there was no internet until I was like in my 30s. So I couldn't have been an online coach. But number two, I was meant to have that path. I was meant to not get my purpose until I'm 55, because now I'm here helping other people find their purpose, because I figured it out, and now it's my turn to help people figure it out. So think, you know, this is like kind of like really interesting stuff to really sit and contemplate. What in your past did you overcome? You're here. You're here. You're surviving. You're living. And you are here for a reason, and you have lived something that is in your past to overcome, to share, to help other people with. So what is that? What is it? Did you overcome a disease? Did you overcome a heartache? Did you overcome a very difficult childhood? Did you overcome, you know, I was a very overweight teenager and I lost some weight. And that might seem like a very small story, but it resonates with some people. I left I was 47. I left a 26-year marriage. And that was a struggle, and I have that to share. So you know, there's a lot of mini stories in somebody's life. So anyways, I could talk about this all night long. So if you would like help in figuring out what that is, then I am here and would love to help you. So just message me. I'm only a message away. All right. Have a great night. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Mwah.